Good morning. It is the morning of day 9, and we are going home today. 8.7 miles back to the car, all familiar territory from previous section hikes that I did last year. And hopefully it'll go by really quick because by about 1 o'clock it's going to be 90 and above. So, entering in a heat wave, exiting in a heat wave. Bookends. So I'm going to finish my coffee, and we are going to pack up, and we are going to hit the trail. It is already muggy out this morning, but it's an easy walk right now, mostly downhill. We'll come out to the boardwalk by the train station, then we'll head up into the pastures, back into the woods, and then we'll almost be done. So, weird. I want to go home. I'm looking forward to the AC in the car and all this other stuff, but I like being out here. It's nice and quiet sometimes, when you get away from the traffic noise and whatnot. But, responsibilities and things like that. I'm excited to get back to my house and see how all of my flowers and everything are doing. And I'm excited to give Isis a rest too, because I think this was a big trip for her. So we're going to keep hiking, and I will talk to you in a little while. Have a good morning. We made it to the boardwalks. And it is a beautiful morning out here. I always liked this section. Not just because it's easy walking, just because it's pretty. And it's hot today already. And there's no breeze. And, oops, my pole got stuck. And I think Isis really wants to get home as much as I do, because she is just going. So hopefully we'll get across to the pastures. I think there's a stream there that we can get some water because we really need it. Or who knows, maybe there'll be trail magic somewhere. I don't know. But mixed emotions all day today. We're gonna keep hiking. Best feeling in the world. I just got rid of my trash for the last time. Anything else that I, collect for the rest of the day. But the bulk of it is in the trash can. I am at the Appalachian train stop. We have 7 miles to the border, and we're going to get hiking. We've entered the pastures, and the smell is so nice. The grasses and the wildflowers and everything like that, and it's still got the morning dew on it, so it's kind of cool. But I'm glad to be going through this now and not later, because it is going to be hot later. So, such a pretty area. We just did the last big climb of the entire trip. It's all rolling hills, probably from here on out, with a nice flattish section coming up, with I think some bog bridges, if I remember correctly, too. Oh, less than 6 miles to go, and we're making good time. And it is, of course, getting hot out, because that's just the way it goes in the end of June. So Isis is moving a little bit slow. She's protesting because all I have left are her regular treats. You know, the beef jerky went out a while ago, the dog beef jerky. And the Slim Jims, well, I only have one of those left. So now she's stopped and she's looking at grass. But we will make it. We don't have a choice. All right, we're gonna keep hiking. Well, I wish I could say I was having really profound thoughts on this way out to the car, but not much is coming. It's more of a gotta get to the car kind of thing. You know, I think I'm just ready to be done. And that's okay, because it was a great trip. So I'm down to the last 3 miles. And this is going to be all like rolling hills and things like that. But let's talk about things that failed. And there wasn't many. There was only one, and it was probably last night, but I didn't know it until today. My CNOC bag sprung a leak, and hopefully I can patch it when I get home, because I don't want to keep buying those things. You know, other than that, everything, all the gear worked. Food was okay. Food can always be improved upon. I got to find something other than oatmeal, and I've got to figure out my snacks and things like that. And dog food can always be improved upon too, considering she didn't want to eat her regular food and she didn't want to eat her regular treats. And when we ran out of her high value treats, she just basically said, nope, not eating anything, until I gave her some bacon jerky. And then I gave her some Slim Jims, and she just had her last one. So we've got 3 miles to the car. So hopefully we'll make it. But yeah, other than that, everything was good. And we're just going to keep hiking. One last well-timed Gatorade at the bottom of Leather Hill Road. I think that's what it's called. One last trail magic. 2 miles to go. Although I am not taking the road walk. I'm taking the old trail and crossing the stream on foot instead of using the bridge. So, about 2 miles, then we'll be done. Hard to believe, but it was a good trip. It's a very good trip. All right, I gotta pay attention. I'll talk to you later. Last shelter on the New York AT, Wiley Shelter. Of course, I didn't stay in any shelters while I was on this trip, and it was nice. But that is what a shelter looks like if you were to stay at one. All right, we are not far from our end point, so that is crazy. Hard to believe that this whole thing is coming to an end really shortly. So, all right, we're going to enjoy the rest of our hike, and I will probably talk to you back at the car. Oh, we're supposed to be on a road walk right now. But why take a road walk when the stream is low enough to cross and you can walk in the woods? So we are kind of off script, so to speak, and getting ready to finish our journey. Didn't even have to worry about the water level. I just crossed on the bridge. It was rickety, but it wasn't that bad. So we are making our way. What if the trail was always flat like this? It would be nice, wouldn't it? Not gonna happen. While I'm walking and it's quiet, can we just take a moment and be proud of this little dog right here? She's only 17 pounds and she'll be 9 years old in August. And she's pretty much done as much hiking as I have. She's now hiked the length of the PCT in miles and of course gotten the quarter on the AT with me. And yeah, she could have given up. She could have looked at that rebar thing at the beginning of the trip this week and said, no. But she trusts me, and we got through it. So Isis, I am so proud of you. Your favorite treats are waiting in the car, but there's also a bath when we get home, because you stink. I love you. Best hiking partner ever. Look what I found. Oh my goodness. We made it back to Connecticut. Woohoo! Hey guys, so it's been about
6 days now since I've been on trail, and I needed time to process things, and I'm still processing. But I wanted to wrap up the last day from that campsite that we were at up at the top of the hill before the train station in Pauling, which, by the way, was filled with mosquitoes and ticks, so I don't really recommend that campsite. From there to the border, it was 8.7 miles. And I skipped the road walk that they set up because that bridge is supposedly out. By the way, you can cross that creek on rocks if you don't want to take the rickety bridge. So it's up to you. I mean, you can do the road walk if you want, or you can take the old way. I didn't want to do a road walk for my last few miles. That just didn't seem right to me. I'd rather, have done what I did and come out and seen the border. I am happy to be done, but I'm also, I'm still dealing with it, Doing a through hike, doing a section hike, even for a week, it gets into you. Re-entry back into polite society is hard sometimes. Like, I got to the car and I literally turned the car on, to get the AC going because it was really hot, but also to, get back into the swing of things. I mean, I had a 3.5 hour drive home, and I had to figure out, okay, how do I drive? Because I've been so used to just walking every day, and everything was moving much faster. I mean, I can remember I pulled out of the trailhead, and this car was immediately on my butt, and I was like freaking out. But I managed to put the pedal down and get acclimated pretty quickly. I did, get home in good time. I was happy to take a shower when I finally got home, because that was 9 days without, so much as rinsing my hair out. And that too is something that I have to work on too, is a little bit of hygiene on the trail. But I just get in this mindset of just go, just get up and go, that I forget about those things. And I was happy to have non-dehydrated food again. Those dehydrated meals, they're really good on the trail, but nothing beats a nice steak. Or Isis is over here. She had a nice hamburger again when we got home, just because she deserved it, and to have a nice glass of wine, because it's comforts. Excuse me. It does still feel funny not to have to walk every day. I was saying to some friends of mine that Monday morning at about 3 a.m. I woke up, in my nice comfy bed with my dog all curled up next to me. But I woke up thinking, oh my God, why am I not in my tent? What is going on? And it took me about, 2 minutes to register. Oh yeah, I finished and I'm home. And to go back to bed because I had to get up and go to work the next day. And then, to have to get back into the routine when my routine used to be, get up, do your chores, have your breakfast, pack up, start walking. I'd be driving and I'd be like, I should be walking somewhere, I swear to God, or, oh, it's like 10 o'clock, I'd be like 3 or 4 miles in already, probably more like 5 or 6, but who's counting? And that world, it's still moving much, much faster than I am. And I'm fine with that. I am happy that I got out when I did, because it was really hot this week. It's not hot anymore, it's raining. But it was really hot this week, and I was happy to not be hiking in it. Isis is doing much better. She has started eating regular, dog food again. You know, that hamburger was pretty much the last thing that I gave her that wasn't dog food related. Although I did switch her kibble, and she seems to be eating a lot more now. So we'll see if she sticks with it. Shibas can be picky, and they're prone to just, you know, stop eating their kibble because they're sick of it. So I'm thinking that's what it is, but she's fine, you know. And New York as a whole, it was a wonderful, challenging experience. It really was. I approached this trip with not zero planning, but zero like route planning, like mileage per day and whatnot, because I didn't want to mess with my head. Because sometimes if I plan out, you know, oh, I'm going to do so many miles, you know, the first couple of days. And if I don't reach that, that's a disaster waiting to happen, because I'll be just like, well, I'm not going to make it and I might as well just quit, you know. So I didn't do that, and I think that's what worked best for me. And overall, I think knowing myself and knowing my pace and knowing my dog, that's what got me through it, and that was the best planning. It's a humbling experience when you look back and you see everything that you did, either in pictures or in video or whatnot. It is very humbling to say, you know what? I challenged myself and I did that, you know. In all of those rough spots, you know, I knew they would be there, and I didn't give up, and I just pushed through, and I saw the things that I saw, and it was beautiful, but it was hard. I don't want to underscore that. I mean, it was a hard state. In the end, I got a few blisters on my feet, not nearly as many as I've had in the past. So I just got few little things to tweak. I do think I need some new boots. I had some poison ivy on my leg here, but it seems to have cleared up. You know, again, it's been 6 days, so I've been kind of nursing it and keeping it clean. So that is clearing up nicely. I am going to take a little bit of time. Like, I'm not hiking this weekend. This is 4th of July weekend. It's going to be really busy around here for one. For two, the weather is like crap. And even then, it's still going to be busy. I need some time to get back into the swing of things here, to, you know, clean up my house a little bit. I've got a lawn that needs to be mowed, but again, it has to stop raining for me to do that. And I've got some people that I need to see. So I am taking this weekend off. I will probably do a day hike next weekend. I might go back to the Mid-State Trail. I might do something else. I'll just have to see what I feel like. I am kind of gravitating back towards the Mid-State Trail. I would like to see that through as much as I can. So, I mean, we'll just see what really grabs at my heart and what I want to hike. And when I do, of course, if it's a new hike, I'm going to take you with me. But I'm not going to do a video for every hike that I do, because sometimes I like to repeat things. You know, like I love Skatutikee and Thumb, or I love Monadnock, which is 10 minutes away from me. And I'm not going to do a video every time I do it, because there's just nothing new to see. And there's nothing really new to talk about. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of pop on and say hi and let you guys know how I'm doing. Oh, and to also ask, I mean, while I'm waiting for my next new hike to come up, what kind of things do you want to hear about? I mean, you guys are watching the videos as they come out daily. You know, what kind of questions do you have? What kind of things do you want to know? Maybe leave me a comment and let me know, and I'll see if I can do a video or incorporate it into my hike and talk about it while I'm hiking. So yeah, that is really all there is to it. I hope everybody has a fun and safe 4th of July. I hope you get out there and hike. I hope that I can inspire some people to hike that are maybe older, or, you know, have some kind of a challenge like I do. And, you know, if you're in the New England area, you know, maybe I'll see you out there on the trails, okay? All right. Take care.